We know what's happening on the Republican side, but Democratic apologists are in complete denial right now over these Epstein files. If this is you, you've got to get a grip because these are not people you want to be tied to. Yes, Trump is the absolute worst offender, and so are members of his administration, and that is priority number one, no doubt. But if you can't tell, this goes so much deeper. This is a decades-long cover-up. So much so that it's safe at this point to assume that all of the top-level members of our government were involved unless they can prove otherwise. That, of course, also includes Clinton, but also George W. Bush, Obama, and Biden. We know from the Epstein file drop that Jeffrey Epstein visited Bill Clinton in the White House 17 times in a 2-year span. He was granted consultant-level access to Clinton's inner circle. And of course, we've seen the pictures. George W., or more specifically his U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, were the ones that gave Epstein the sweetheart deal in 2008. And not only that, but they broke the law just to keep this deal secret from the victims. Obama had Kathy Rumler as his White House counsel, and she's all over the files with Epstein interactions. Obama also had the opportunity to reopen the files and chose not to. And they chose not to prosecute any co-conspirators. Not to mention the obvious point that he brought in Hillary as his Secretary of State. And I know Obama's the toughest one for you all, but if you're going to go and say that he didn't know about any of this, well, you're just saying he's incompetent. And then Biden may have been the worst next to the ones actually involved, Trump and Clinton. He was also connected to Rumler, but more importantly, dragged his feet for 4 years. These files were supposed to be released under Biden, but instead he did this slow roll that were even more heavily redacted than what we're seeing now. We barely got anything. And none of this includes the fact that they all had the highest level of security clearance. If there were huge networks of child sex traffickers that included powerful people like members of the royal family in the UK, they would have known about it. At least enough to investigate something. It's both parties and it's worldwide. Stop idolizing politicians and celebrities and get your head out of the sand. We need a full reset. Every one of these monsters needs to go. And if you knew and did nothing, then you're just as bad. And if Obama and Biden want to clear their name, the stage is yours. Until then, I don't want to hear anything from any of them.